We kill the man. Bravo. Bravo. We kill it. We kill it. Hello. Today we are going to play Eddsworld, the Masquerade. I'm really excited about this game. I did so and want to play. I think graphic looks really nice, and you can download the game if you do like. Links will be in the description down below. But before, let's start the game. Enveloping. Boundless darkness, sharp, chilling to the bone, cold. The silence of the night interrupted only by the whisper of the wind. Burning pain through the body. Something thick is slowly dripping down the neck. The only witness that he is still alive. Although, of course he must be dead. Why? Something was stopping him from opening his eyes and making sure of it. A certain hidden and absurd fear of seeing his cryptic body. Or maybe not his one at all. Need to calm down. Put your thoughts in order. Let's start small. Let's start small. My name is Thord Larson. I'm 22 years old. Memory is still intact. Not bad. I was at my girlfriend's place. Then something happened. And now I'm lying here. He vaguely remembered waddling along the street with all his might, trying to get away from the scene. But what exactly happened and why was beyond the reach of his consciousness? Thord was badly injured. Otherwise, there would be no explanation for the frost, which literally covered everything inside him. With the mobile phone now vanished, the only option was to get to the payphone. He had to open his eyes and get up, no matter how much he didn't want to. Fortunately, the body turned out to be his. At first he carefully sat down, after which, resting with one hand on the asphalt, he raised himself. His head was spinning as if after a ride of a roller coaster. His legs buckled, and Thor could not take more than a few steps. Crouching back on the cold earth, he took a breath. Then he could swear someone's gaze, like a scourge, burned his back. Da-da-da-dum. It is Itachi. Itachi, give back Shisui's eyes. Give back Shisui's eyes. I couldn't pronounce Shisui. Shisui. Shisui, right? Shisui. Yeah. Give back Itachi. It's not your eyes. Mangaki o sharing. Now there's a new person talking right now, I believe. So, you ain't corpse? What a pleasant surprise. The Thor twitched in his response to the sudden voice, but no matter how pleased he was at the savior who came out of nowhere, his appearance was alarming. Strange thick black glasses, one of which was cracked, a ridiculous cane. Was he blind? I know, seeing a man like me walking down the street is a rare opportunity. But my appearance isn't something you should be thinking of now. I love the color of the jackets. Literally, nice color. And he look interesting. Does he a zombie? Look at his eyes. I'm injured maybe even deadly. Why am I talking slow? Or maybe I'm struggle to breathe, I believe, but my neck hurts so bad. I'm bleeding to death. I need a doctor. If I guess right, then no mortal doctor will help you now, pal. Ooh. Ooh. There was a blink feeling. There was a witch feeling in Thor's soul. The stranger was not at all eager to give him the first aid. Rather, the opposite. Was going to finish off unfortunate, so he would suffer no more. Maybe Thor met not just blind man, but a mad blind man. Oh, that blind man. I don't think he's a blind. I think his eyes color, his iris and the whiteness on his eyes is yellow. Because, I don't know, because he's dead? He wanted to run away from here. But there was no enough straight back to back away for a couple millimeters. What? What do you... Did I? Listen closely. It doesn't beat. He pointed his finger at the horse's chest. He's definitely crazy, he thought himself gloomily, manically trying to find a pulse with his hand, trying to hear such a familiar throbbing heartbeat. In vain, only dead silence is response. Everything was completely soundless. Torvald says, which is such a terror he had never experienced before. Oh, great, we are dead. Are we a zombie? Tord. Bad as well. Downtown. Is there a... I don't know, maybe not downtown. So he did die in the end. You should see in your face. It's alright, only one's experienced the same shock. How did you... What's supposed that mean, Nivans? Am I... Am I dead? Am I in hell? In a sense, you should say yes to both. Well, we are dead and we are in hell. We are not in the earth right now? We changed dimension or we did really in hell? I don't know. He leaned over to give his hand to Tord, but he was eager to take it. Tord's inner voice suggested that this whole situation was somehow abnormal, and this guy did not inspire trust in the sightless. Weird late speeches and strange appearance all this scared Tord. Was this stranger human at all? I don't think so. Who? What are you? The blind man hastily put offered helping hand into his pants pocket. Names, Edwards. But everybody's call me Ed. You, however, can call me your new best friend forever. Ooh, spooky. Is this a pizza? So relatable. Thor looked at it with distrust and doubt, but doesn't focus on his words yet, worrying about a more pressing problem. So, what happened to me? What the fuck is all about? I will tell you, but only if we move on from here. Sun is soon to rise, and when it does, both of us will be in big trouble. And besides, moving is always more useful than standing, or, in your case, dying on the same spot. Ooh! Okay. Thor hesitantly rose. His leg refused to stir, and if not for the hand given in time, he would again lie around as a shapeless pile of rags on the ground. Cause resounded in his head. His thoughts like a flock of ravens, randomly rushing from side to side. How could he interrupt the lack of his pulse? I don't know, but no explanation except death came to mind, and he categorically did not want to accept his own death. Only this could explain the question that escaped his mind, which, even after many years, he honestly recognized as one of the most idiotic. Listen, Ed. I highly doubt you are blind. Those glasses are and cane of yours. What are they for? Tell me your name first. Yeah, thought that it's her your name. It's Sword. Manners are always in a high esteem. You're not from around here, are you, Thord? There's echoes of Nordic winds in your name. You're praising something. Yeah, I'm not a local. Something flashed under the thick glasses as if the slight lights shone from under them. Anime. Could it be a reflection of the lantern lights or slight clouding of mind caused by the blood loss? Oh, I see. More than you do. Those things are the for covering. Wouldn't hurt to get a pair of glasses for you as well, red eyes. Oh, their eyes are red then. Hmm. What? Since when do I have red eyes? And what covering are you talking about? And let's start from the beginning. Has making west of the people. Then you will have to explain why half of the district is filled with blood and flesh. Oh! Oh! So this is us. And this is Ed with glasses and his cane. Use a 90 sale of everything closed Zodiac. So this is the phone we are trying to reach, but we couldn't reach, and it came and saved us. Saved just now. The first option should be chosen by those who are not familiar with the World of Darkness universe at all. The World of Darkness universe at all. People who at least heard of it can choose the second option. This choice doesn't affect the plot. Okay, I don't heard the World of Darkness. Literally. Did you heard? I didn't heard. So listen carefully. Well, you better pick up your ears, 'cause I won't explain twice. Okay? Okay? You probably know some work of art, right? You know, painting, architecture, literature. Hmm. Let's use a simple example. See? You definitely heard of Bram Stoker's Dracula, right? Yeah. Vladimir Tepes. Vladimir Tepes. Well, at this time we raised Eliza Buzz due to this little book, 'cause Stoker didn't imagine anything from his head. Oh, he wrote what he saw with his own eyes, believe it or not. But vampires always been here since the birth of humanity. We took an active part in these victories and achievements, defeats and catastrophe, too. So you're a vampire, Ed. And am I a vampire? I do look like a werewolf. Like look at this little hair. It's like an ear. Is this pronounced ear in animals in English? I don't know. But look like I do have ears. Like little little wolf ears. Once we start the same and consider each other equal, but those days are no longer gone. These nights, vampire puppeteers pulling up the string of human society and avoiding its lies. And you, Embers, wasn't an accident. Whoa! Whatever you think to yourself, we never embarrassed by accident. So would somebody turn me a vampire? I don't know. I don't know. They walk in through the night street, breaking the idly of peace with the light of tapping of Ed's cane and chatter. But Ed was talking about some lunatic nonsense. Lunatic nonsense. Vampire? Among us? I know I am one of them. No, it's just absurd. It can't be true. Nonsense. The thought was a spectacle of Ed's tale. All that he was talking about contradictors knowledge and beliefs. If not for the complete silence in his chest, Todd would have decided that Ed was just an ordinary madman. But the betrayal of the hurt meant that Ed and Todd were still on the same page. It must be a fairy tale, a fiction. Nonsense. Exactly. He's driven obviously from the loss of blood. Doctor will surely save him, and his heart will play its magical music. In the meantime, he could carefully study the fruit of his imagination. So Thor believes he's not dead yet. Okay. I don't know who is turned to as a vampire, but hope we will going to find out soon. Upon a more detailed explanation of the new maid, Tort noticed his straight face and closed a close jacket obviously not fitting him despite its considerable size. He almost dropped it. Hey, I look baggy clothes too. It's a choice of fashion, Todd. Draped over a light shirt and dark vest. One trouser was stuck almost to the knee and exposed a bright-colored sock. Yeah, if this guy is a figment of fantasies, I don't know where I could get this from. Where are we headed? You play a visit of my friends, my family, so to say. Hope they will become a family to you as well. But before that, we must perform into intuition right. Seems you wanted to leave badly, for you to fight back that fiercely. Loss of blood, didn't you? We should get you a drink. I do believe it's not an ordinary drink we are going to have, isn't it? Staring to let to the two into dark alley, thought with uncomfortable an unfamiliar area, a dirty street, odd company. All this was like at the beginning of a typical scary story. I think you're already in this scary story. Office. What they're writing here. I couldn't read. Nuggets? That totally makes sense. Ed leaned against the wall and looking around stealthily, stared into the blackness, pulling his nose out loud. He turned to his companion. Aha! There's the prey. Going deeper in the back corner, they noticed noticeably tipsy homeless man sitting by a dumpster. The quality of questionable, but it will do for now, unless you are one of those royal types. A stop behind Thord, who turned around with a look bewilderment on his face. You're not going... What? Wanna share? I had my dinner tonight. Or do you want me to shoot him for you? Aha! You're in trouble. Thought strange around in doubt. The thought of drinking the blood of a living person was simultaneously irritating and frightening. Sleeping or not, raving or not, but this guy is clearly not. Perhaps now it will be the world doing and trying to get the hospital. But it blocked the passage, and Thor wouldn't go far on his trembling feet. I just don't know how it done. Oh, you do. Trust your fangs in the neck the moment you will be close enough. It's all about instincts. Thor looked incredulously into the Ed's face, and then cautiously moved on. From afar, he could hear Ed thinking to himself aloud. They always grow fast. If only Matt and Tom were here, they will regret their words. I'm the best mentor anyone could ever wish for. So, theory later, practice first, Ed says. No boring theory. Yeah, no boring theory, only practice. Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't forget to mention anything. Did I? Oh, what did you forget, Ed? What did you forget? I don't trust this. I don't definitely trust this. 100% not trust this at all. Here, Thor stood in front of a sleeping, unsuspecting man. His snoring slightly shook the collection of bottles, causing a characteristic mournful rattle. If Thor would pace off into the neck of this tramp, he wouldn't even feel it. He wouldn't even feel it. Poor man. Such a simple task. But Thor felt as he was standing at the blackboard in front of all class in only his underwear. He knows the answer of the teacher's question, but at the same time, but the shame and the absurdity of the situation prevents him from uttering a word. Attack a stranger? A man who did nothing to him. Thought wasn't averse to stretching his fist. The strict moral principle didn't allow him to pounce on the first person he met. Thought looked around, trying to find a way out of the awkward situation, but there was only crashing brick walls around. Help came from within Thor himself, and his name was Thirsty. It was here, from the very moment of the owner's awakening. It just didn't let its presence be known until the very moment. Thor's throat was dead dry and seemed to crack inside. Like the soul under the rays of the ruthless scorching sun, he sung like a sandpaper, stretched his cheeks and played. Celia couldn't muster anything in his mouth. It simply was non-existent. Thor was madly thirsty, and the whole body sounded in unison one single word: blood. Thor didn't fully understand what he was doing. His leg and arms seemed to rebel and began to act according to their own will. He fell on his knees, pulled the man towards him, ignored the sting he threw the rags and thrust his fingers into the artery. Delightfully intoxicating warm blood gushed down his throat. We kill the man. Bravo. Bravo. We kill it. We kill it. The sensation he experienced while drinking eagerly was uncomparable with anything. Ecstasy, unearthly and euphoria. The mountainous body of the man went limp, but Thor didn't pay attention to it. Being too absorbed the emotion he felt, he woke only when he licked all the last drop from the child's skin. Awareness of what happened hit Thor on his head. Bravo, you killed the man, Thor. Bravo! Bravo! First kill. And I think I killed him. When it came to rescue, Thor was sitting helplessly on the ground. Tragically lying in his hand was the corpse of the recently peaceful sleeping homeless man. Oops! Ed, you are just a character. You weren't supposed to. Forget to mention. Yeah, you can forget to mention something like this unimportant details, like keep the man alive. You can drink the blood without killing them. You know. But yeah, this is just important detail. I couldn't say. Forgot to mention? Todd couldn't believe it. He just killed a living person. On his hand, he drank other man's blood. What got into him? Why didn't he stop? And most importantly, how will he now live with it? Hey, calm down. You licked the entire neighborhood. I just killed a man. How could I calm down? You blind man. Stop yelling, jeez. It's an everyday matter. Ed pulled out the lifeless body from the Thor's and is later into his shoulder. Thor was dumbfounded as Ed approached to open the dumpster, dropped the corpse into it, and calmly slammed it lid, taking off the dust from his palms. He smiled boldly and pulled out the pack of wet wipes from inside the pocket of his jacket. Wet wipes, salty minty. Here you go, piggy wiggy. While Thor was whipping his stained mount, Ed picked up the cap that had fallen from the corpse and tried it on himself. Having apparently decided that sight didn't suit him, he gently opened the lid of the coffin to the dump and returned the loss to its dead owner. And don't worry about the blood on you. Your look won't give up you out as a killer. Come on. We are got a long way to go. They strode along the unfamiliar streets and avenue, rather Eddsworld, broadly and vigorously, without chasing the chatter was something of his own. Even now, with the light stretched returned to him, Thord could not keep up with the fat man. He is not fat, he's big boned. The eel leg made itself present, as well as the eel thought in his head. I'm a vampire. I am a vampire. I am really a vampire. The thirst literally took hold of me. Everything is like horror movies. No, this gotta be delirium. Everything has been just a hoax, a silly hoax. And the moment now the death trap will be pop out the dumpster and shout cheerfully, "Smile! You are being filmed by a hidden camera!" And the eccentric companion will throw off his clothes at it and turn out to be nice TV presenter who will slap him on the shoulder and say, "Wake up, you idiots, vampires! Little clans, blah 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 blah." That's some shit that right here. How long will this dream last? And was it a dream at all? I do believe it's not a dream. Thought, sorry. Cue the deal home. A metal gate slammed shut. The two stood in the middle of a small garden leading on the old mansion, and although the time did not spare this place, it seemed to live under clacking accompanied of sirens and crickets. For the first time in the night, Thord was able to see some semblance of peace and tranquility. He had no friends from wealthy families. He found himself in such a situation for the first time, therefore, he looked around like a farmer at the Queen reception. Or do they have a king in Norway? Wow, what a place. You gotta have some rich friends. A rich friend. Not just friends, just a friend. The second one lives in the basement and drinks raspberry. Okay, he doesn't want to kill human. It makes sense. Not the most luxurious way of living, but he doesn't mind. Lives in the basement and drinking red bloods? Is some kind of a joke or is he being serious right now? Alright, I'm going first. You go right after me. Don't make any noise. Why? I want to be surprised for them. I don't think surprise is a good idea right now. Considering I'm covered with blood. Surprise may be one of us, not on them. The word made Thord switch as he could not stand imperative notice in relation to himself. However, the station wasn't so hot and he had to keep on indignation to himself. Indignation. A jump and the rock stairs and pushed the massive front doors. They slowly opened with an unpleasant crack. "Who is that? Ed? Is that you?" asked the voice inside the mansion. Injured leg prevented Todd from climbing with the same agility to the entrance, and Ed impatiently waited in the doorway. Finally, the Todd hobbled to the rescued position, and Ed yelled with delight. "Aye, Matt, I bought us a new friend." The Thor surprised his companion face shone with the joy of a child at the Christmas tree. A discreet groan and rustle came be heard from one of the rooms. "I've told you so many times, Ed, don't bring cards from the street. All my cleaning companions will reject me." A tall, pale young man, aristocrat, appeared and entered the hallway. Everything in his look spoke effeminacy, wealth, and emphasized old-fashionedness. And even the old-fashioned sweet didn't cause a smile, but envy. So Ed felt the owner of the house. Ed stepped aside, pushed Thord forward, and after which he hugged him tightly by shoulders. Thord and apparently Matt looked at each other with a fright. Oh. None but everyone stared at each other. As an inception of a miracle promoter's help, Matt was the first one come to life. He put his palms forwards, either protect himself or to calm toward bound. Alright, I will go for Tom, and we will figure this out all together. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch anything. Matt is the rich friend, I believe. Matt gracefully turned on his heels and walked into the far left door. The quiet knock of footsteps gradually went away when it disappeared completely. What a warm reception. Oh, this one's rather icy. My previous champ got much less lucky. They threw him in the fire like a trash without any second thought. What? Like I said, it's not looking good for thoughts in the after of this story. I don't trust this. I definitely not trust this at all. Seeing Thor's reaction, Edda and Ed. Don't worry, he was dead anyway. So isn't VR? Isn't VR dead anyway too? Deader than you. Oh, okay. So there's a schedule for who's dead, who's more dead than the other. Is that things going like that? And why do you keep holding me to Prim? That's Prim. In case you finally like running. Oh, we are in shithole. Dear passengers, we are in shithole right now. Don't forget your seatbelts and we will going to crumple down the cliff. Later on the story, I believe. Thor finally became convinced that any resistance is useless. Who is this? Noise of the argument in the back room died down as the approaching steps were heard instead. Got to deal with this, Seth? I thought stories can make anyone give out their master of the slavery for free just by using words. What the fuck is... Can't you deal with yourself? I thought the Tories? Who's Tories? What is Tories? Who the fuck is Tories? Who is Tories? Can I see? Who is Tories? Can make you... we don't know Tories. Who is Tories right now? It's like completely different matter. Really? Matters truly and finally in the brain? Where am I left? Under there came the hallway behind Matt, and his appearance made Thor screams. He had never seen such a prick. Hunched over, the skin on his bones sagged and gathered in numerous balls, which made Monster look like a sharp hair, stiff and kept stuck and ridiculously top of badly head. So this is the Rick and Morty, and I think this is old version. This is the old version of the Rick, I believe. He does look like Link, at least his hair a little bit look like Rick, isn't it? Or is just my imagination? Rick experiment it goes wrong. And he is in a parallel universe and stuck by a vampire and eating rats and doing some research in his basement. So nothing changed at all. His whole body was covered with some kind of strange dark spots, the nature of which Thor didn't want to think of it. The picture was completely, absolutely pitch black, without the puppies and creepy large ears, such as bats have. Where have they just dug up this guy? Such a character would have looked operative on the roof of Notre Dame, but stand in a room next to a winged gargoyle, just like that. Sheesh. What was even worse was his accent, coupled with the speed and volume of his speech. It made hard to disappear and know what he was talking about. It seemed that this was Tom. He didn't approach Thor, definitely standing on the far wall, giving him the look like was full of contentment and distrust. Maybe you could come a bit closer? I'm rather stay here. Who knows what kind of some devil toy bring up this time? So Ed is the funny kid in the house. Well, you can see, yes, this matter is difficult, and it's not a corpse that this time around. So it bring corpse before. Matter the what? Matter what? Burned hell and authority, found the line on street, I will notice for sure. But we can't do this. It's a living being. Ain't seem to be living much. He looked deadly pale. It's a newborn. Even more so, born our own kindred. How can you even say such a thing? Oh, interesting. Interesting. We're just fine with burning that body, but we a dead body. I think we can learn from that. We are just fine with burning that body, but when a dead body can walk and talk, and now, wow, suddenly become a crime against Cain. What's Cain? They look at these terms. Tori, another name of Tori. Another name of the Torres clan. Kindreds, a term vampire used to describe themselves and each other. What's Cain? What is Cain? Matt and Tom glared at each other angrily. Yes, these two obviously didn't get along. By their appearance alone, they were completely opposite of each other. The air was heavy and charged as if for a lightning strike. But most of all, Thor was annoyed. They talk about him in the third person as he was on an empty space. I'm sorry, Thor, but they don't see you seriously like that. Where's Cain? There's nothing like us again. Finally, Matt spoke to Ed. Did you see this, newborn sire? What is sire? Any idea what clan he could be belong to? What is sire? I know I can guess what's clan, but sire. What's new? Okay, clan. A term used by vampires to describe major groups of entities who share common characteristics passed on by the blood. There are 13 known clans, as each other was the receptacle planted by the antediluvian, a member of the third generation. I didn't, but here's what I gotta say. The ritual seems to be done roughly, in a hurry. The wound is lectured and a lot of blood was lost. His sire, most likely, in a high, prone to emotions and hunger. I give it a phone, he on the street, he looks like a bra. What? He looks like the bra. Only the necklace they chill them like that. What the fuck? Only they neglect they chill them like that. The bourgeois, it could be. Bourgeois. A name come up, what's the name? Thor. I think it was Thor. It's Thor. Is he mute? Can he speak for himself? You didn't let me. All attention was forced on Thor, who has been silent all the time. He slowly looked around at everyone in the room. The name starts, and before you decide to slice open my stomach, I'm warning you, my organs are destroyed. Especially the lungs. I smoke science high school. You won't get more than $5 for them in any black market. Ah, he's a humorous one. Half sweet. Or that's from the neck up for right, Smoka. What we gotta do to them? Let him stay, of course. Matt and Tom exchanged glances. Apparently, they were not particularly enthusiastic about this idea. Come on, Matt. You know what's going to happen if we throw him aside. He will dive to the Sire. You don't want a poor newborn womp to die by your own hands, do you? Matt became thoughtful. This worried Tom. Oh no, no, and no. Can't you see? He's manipulating you. But he's right. You... sorry, Tom. Sorry, Rick. I think your Morty isn't listening to you. What gives? What made you think he's gonna kick the bucket without a sire? Bunch of catfish roam out there and don't seem to follow that. Okay, catfish. The first meaning, those Olafut and Unknowlinga, who had been abandoned by their sires, is not sires. Is not as much that they lack of clan as they lack the support that comes with the clan structure. It carries the implication of they were mistaken by their sire. Many of these unfortunates are considered catfish simply because they don't know which clan they came from, because they had not been told. Is apparently titled and may refer more specifically to any outcast. The second meaning, also known as the clanless, are rare kindred that do not officially belong to any clan. I do. These vampires have no interest, clan weakness, but no inherent discipline as well. None of them typically clan markers apply to them. He's hypocritical of you, Tom. Both Matt and I did let you stay. Tom was in the minority. He opposed his mom to object but gave up and waved his hand. Oh, damn. Do what you want, but don't expect I to babysit him. He peeled off from the wall and exited the room. Matt watched him go, approached Thor and shook his head. Well, welcome to our humble little family, Chili. Thor responded with a nervous smile. This is all a dream, right? Ouch. We're gonna have a long way to go. Woo! And we are ending the scene here. Thank you for staying this long. And have a great day or night. And goodbye. See you in a chapter 2.